Are you the founder as well? What is the key to actually build a good franchise infrastructure? What is the biggest challenge that these new emerging brands typically face? And how do you avoid those missteps? And what's the benefit of franchising versus doing corporate owned? Are you the founder as well?
No, I'm not the founder. We're all part of EverSmith Brands, and EverSmith Brands is a Riverside-owned company, and we joined, or at least I joined a year ago in January. I brought into this family US Lawns, which is a commercial landscape service company with about 235 locations, 30 years plus in business. So we joined Riverside, joined EverSmith as part of that, and now we oversee the EverSmith portfolio of what was a week ago 5 companies, today 6 companies, because we did an acquisition last Monday that soon we'll take to market through the brokers, and we're excited about that. So the 6 companies are US Lawns, Prism Restoration Specialties that joined us in June of last year, Kitchen Guard, which we're on fire with right now, where we've launched over 40 territories in the first 3 months, Clintar Outdoor Services, which is a commercial landscape and snow company in Canada. So between USL and Clintar, we're North America's premier operator for exterior services. And then the Seals, which is our newest brand. And that one we love, one that we can craft to be like what we want it to be, because there are some things that we feel very strongly about. We are competitive, that's number 1. But 2, we love our franchisees. We'll close a deal. If it's a good deal, we'll close it hard. But then we'll take really, really good care of that franchisee, make sure they ramp up successfully, they're happy, they're satisfied, and we fulfill the promises we all made together, the broker and we made together.
And so with all the different brands that you guys are managing, what is the key to actually build a good franchise infrastructure to really scale a franchise concept?
So there's some things we feel strongly about. 1, the 6 brands that we have a lot in common. We're all commercial services. We look to optimize the commercial sales process, which is significantly different than consumers. Commercial commercial customers spend budgets, not money. And that's a big deal. So 1, we want to make sure the brands we have in our portfolio, our platform, are all commercial service type brands. With that, then we can share some resources in supporting those brands. Like the sales process, it's very, very similar from brand to brand, but some other back office type things. But most importantly, what we have going for us is we have a number of people who have been franchisees and now they're involved with our franchise company. And that really helps. When you can put yourself behind the eyes of the franchisee, really helps.
Any franchise or any new brand that's out there about to start their franchise, what is the biggest challenge that these new emerging brands typically face, and how do you avoid those missteps?
It's tough. When you're starting out a new franchise brand, it is really tough because it is not similar at all to running a typical business. So you may be a subject matter expert in whatever the service is or the product is that your brand offers. That's not what we do. What we do is support and motivate and empower franchisees to do what they do, which is own a business that happens to be delivering the service that we created. It's tough to be a startup franchise.
And what's the benefit of franchising versus doing corporate owned?
I've been in both shoes because I've also overseen very, very large corporately owned operations while overseeing our franchise concept. I live and breathe franchising. There is nothing like having an owner in the community you're serving that can understand the nuances of the customers and of the employees. And in a service business, those are equally important. An owner is the person that you can pick out in a QSR. They walk differently. You can pick them out if they come service your home or service your property because they just have a different way of walking, talking, and acting. So most importantly, what we love is that owner in the community can adjust, tweak, and deliver results by quality, customer satisfaction, and financial performance far ahead of what a company-owned chain can do.
I love that. And now any brand that's about to franchise their concept in a crowded space, if they get discouraged, oh, well, maybe it's too much competition out there in my sector, what would you tell that emerging new brand?
The first thing I'd tell them is get active with the IFA. Get active with a local chapter or a regional chapter, one of the First Tuesday type groups. Talk to other franchisors. You know, we all have a servant personality. We like to help. And I don't look at anybody being my competition. My greatest friends are 30-year veterans in franchising, and I'm a 30-year veteran. We share secrets.
And even you have, someone invested in the 6th location of Subway while it was emerging. Someone bought the 50th location while it was still emerging. A lot of these emerging brands that are growing, it's really getting in early to really be part of that growth that's going to be now where it's going, where the puck's going to be versus where it is today. Versus in these more bigger brands, it's more established, territory is taken, and you're just going to be a tiny little fish, right? And your voice has no say to it. So a lot of people, when they look at buying into a franchise system, a growing emerging brand is a great hidden gem for people to now, good timing to get in. And you will find the right people that actually will prefer to invest in an emerging brand versus because they have a more of an impact to that versus, let's say, a more of a much more larger brand.
I agree. And I was going to say, we see that with a couple of our new franchisees. I mean, we've sold a lot of new franchisees with our emerging brand with Kitchen Guard. The ones that are willing to take more of a risk and more of an innovative company, they're also helping us shape the strategy, the execution of the future of our brand, because they're out of the box thinkers and they're helping us really craft, like I said, that strategies, which is really exciting. Because that's, you know, at the end of the day, a good franchise brand should have a healthy relationship between franchisor, franchisee, hearing their feedback and then taking that feedback and putting it to work.
I think the other thing is how many people out there are actually looking to buy a franchise. And I think that's something a lot of people are unaware of. Is there people buying franchises left and right? And what did you guys experience from seeing like how many people are actually actively searching and looking to buy a franchise concept in general?
I think it would be far, far, far more than you would ever realize. Everybody has a dream. That's what America is built upon. Everybody has a dream to have some control over their destiny and their future. And when I speak to franchisees, oftentimes they'll share stories about why they bought, but ultimately the reason is they want freedom. And that's what a franchise will give them.
You're getting that proven, tested model versus actually trying to now start from scratch, right? And having that ecosystem with like-minded people. Well, thank you for you guys. I really appreciate all the insights and congratulations on all the success. Do you want to franchise your business and take it to a whole new level? Click the link below to schedule a free consultation today.